Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing a hashtag that was created by my beautiful sister Carla over at MissCoolala's Mystical Musings channel, and she is also my co-host at the Mystical Misfits podcast. She did a hashtag about a month and a half ago, I think. 2 months maybe. And I just did not have the opportunity in order to do it yet because, I had other obligations. And now I'm slowing down on my channel a little bit. So I'm not sure when you're going to see this. But hopefully soon. It is the Enchanted Tarot. Well, Enchanted Decks hashtag. However, I'm changing it up a little bit, and I'm going to do two different versions of this, or renditions. One is going to be my top 10 most enchanted tarot decks. So, I just want to do a little disclaimer that this is just right now at this very moment. I reserve the right to change my mind as soon as this video uploads. As soon as this video is done recording, because I just, me, and just choosing favorites, right? That's very difficult. But I'm just going with the flow of how I feel right now. And I'm going to do later on another version of my top 10 most enchanting oracle decks. So, because I could not just pick 10 altogether. I just decided to do it tarot and oracle because I love oracle just as much as I love tarot. So, and I don't want to show partiality. They're both like my children. You know what I mean? So, and these are not in any kind of order. I'm just going to get on with it. So, one of them that I am super enchanted with, and when I mean enchanted, I mean I love this artwork so much. It's not necessarily about the bling. And my sisters, it was about the bling. It was about the flashiness. For me, it's so much about the artwork and being enchanted by the artwork and wanting to go into that world for a little bit, being enchanted by that world that the artwork elicits for me. The adventure. And it's not just about beauty. It's just about being enchanted by that world, So one of the first ones, I am enchanted by every single deck that Aphrodite Studios 333 has done. And, another caveat, I am enchanted by all of the decks that I have created, and I have chosen not to put any of my own decks in here, okay? So, the Ethereal Goddess Tarot. This deck is so enchanting. And I said it's not about the bling. I'm not going to say it's the aliens, but it's the aliens. You know what I mean? It's a little bit about the bling. But, oh my gosh. This deck is so stunning. I love the color. I love the colors in the artwork. I love the pink around the edges. I love the gilding, the pink gilding that's like holographic. Okay, hopefully he's done. You guys know how that goes. I love the filigree around the edges, and I love even the font that's used, the cursive that's used, everything. I love the backs. I think the backs are very beautiful, simple, very feminine. I am very enchanted by fine art, but especially when it is done in such elegance, with the borders, with the filigree, with the fonts, all very legible with the backs. It all is very cohesive, down to the actual gilding. The box is beautiful, everything. I love everything about everything that Aphrodite Studios does. I haven't found one deck yet that I have not loved and wanted. Just saying. Just beautiful. This is so enchanting. Oh my gosh. I want to go in there and see the actual scenes, when this art was actually created, or when it was the time period that it was depicting. It is just very romantic. Oh, and just so soft. And I'm just in love with this kind of beautiful fine art. Oh, look at that. All right. So that's one of them. So the next one. This is the Nile, or the Dream of Nile Tarot. And oh my gosh, I have been following the creator, Musings, and I really wished I could back the newest one that's coming out, because this is just like, these decks are like everything to me, and she's changed them around a little bit. I just can't afford to. I just cannot afford to, which just guts me a little bit, but I adore this deck so much. She is a beautiful artist. And I just watched her most recent video where she was talking about how she sent the deck with a friend of hers who is a priestess who went to Egypt, and it was just like confirmation that it was like the right thing. Like that's what it was needing, you know, like that activation. And I just loved that. I love the energy of these decks. I mean, and again, I say it's not about the bling, but I love that. But this is what I love also. Look at that. I don't have any other deck that has like gilding like that. Really? Oh my gosh. And then the two scarabs on the back. You know, I am very attracted to Egyptian lore and art and hieroglyphics and just everything. And mixed in, I do see a lot of it as like extraterrestrial like influence as well, and I see that in this deck as well, and it's everything. Oh gosh, the Flower of Life. I love the Flower of Life. I love the Ankh. Gosh, there is nothing that I don't love about this deck. Even the bling and the simple, nothing simple in this deck, not anything. She did the most beautiful job. Oh my gosh, this deck is just pure decadence. But I want to show you some of the cards, that really get me. Oh my god, I love this one. But some of the cards, God, I love that one. I love all, even the ones that are Pippi. I love them. They're beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at the arms. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. It got cut off by a phone call. Look at that. That's the Hanged Man. Oh. Wow. The Hanged Mummy. Yeah. This is one of my all-time. This is my top star card ever. Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at that, Apprentice of Earth. Oh my gosh. Goddess of Fire. Oh. I really, really wish that there is a way for me to get the new deck. The new deck that's going to be coming out. The backs, the box, everything is so beautiful. She is a genius. She is such a beautiful artist. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I gotta stop. That is another one of my enchanted decks, tarot decks. So another one that I am enchanted by is the Magical Hours Tarot. This artwork, I'm sorry, I should have had this all out. This artwork, even the actual, sorry, now I've got the hiccups. This actual tuck box that it came in is also a very nice tuck box, and I'm not a tuck box person. I feel like this deck, although I'm not a fan of the glossy cardstock and how thick it is, I wished it was a linen. I think this on a linen would be spectacular. That is the one thing, and an actual tarot size, because, I mean, that is difficult for me. I can do this, but there is no way for me to riffle this. I have to do this. which works. I'm not complaining, but I just wish that this was in a linen. But besides that, this artwork is enchanting. It's so beautiful. It's very ethereal. I love the premise of it being all of the different hours of the day, right? With the different suits and the majors. It's surreal. It's romantic. It's fantastical. And it's just one of those decks that you want to immerse yourself into. I do. Like, you want to learn more. Pathworking with this deck would be super amazing. So maybe we could do a series of pathworking with this deck or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to cut down. Oh my gosh, I love that card. I'm trying to cut down on my YouTube. But I just, yes. Gorgeous. And the book is like perfect little size. It's chunky. And I mean, I guess it's not like super chunky, but for a smaller deck, it's just, like perfect. It feels heavier because it's really good quality paper, heavy paper, heavy like front and back cover very substantial. The write-ups are not like excessive, just like enough. Yeah, it's definitely something that I want to explore more. So definitely an enchanting deck. So let's see what else we got. So another deck that I had too is the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrin Wells Stein. This is really what started me on doing tarot adventures, right? This was like my first my introduction into it. I mean, it started over in the Weavers, over in the Weavers on Dawn Michelle's membership a few years ago. And she had inspired people through what she did in order to do some storytelling. And I did. And what I did was with this particular deck. And I've fallen in love with it ever since. I feel like this is one of those that really can tell a beautiful, fun, and quirky story. And it's so surreal and whimsical. And when you go in there, you're like, what kind of story is this just one card telling me? So I am so enchanted by it. This one does have, again, gilding. I don't care whether something has gilding. It doesn't matter. But I'm not a fan of the glossy. I'm not a fan of the cardstock because it does make it harder. I wished everything was linen. I'm just being honest, because I can shuffle linen easy, but I do think that this is so, I love this artwork so much. It's the artwork for me. It's always the artwork for me, right, that pulls me in. But this was the catalyst. This deck was the catalyst of my very first Tarot Time adventure. And then I did like 5 episodes for YouTube. And now I have done a whole series on, I can't even remember, the Priestess and the Knight. That was like 5 episodes over on my Patreon. And now I'm working on the Black Rose lineage, which are all different goddesses. Like, so far I've done Mary Magdalene, Isis, Lilith, Danu, and Danu was number 5. I've done another one. Who was the other one? I don't remember. Anyways, there's going to be 13 of those. And they all have, well, the majority of them have a celestial father that also unlocks other things and shows magical lineage and stuff like that. And then the 14th episode is going to be it all being combined. And it's very goddess themed and very like fallen angel father themed. It's so cool. I love it so much. It is like storytelling at its best. And that is a series that I also do, that I'm working on over on Patreon. I release one every Friday. There's been a couple of Fridays that I've missed because of you know, like the holidays and home stuff. But most generally, I release a new episode every Friday for the storytelling, and that is enchanting all to itself. So I'm getting ready to, this Friday, release my Hecate one. So, ooh. So, the next one is the Grim Tales Tarot by Fiona Edgewood. This deck just had me at hello, okay? The box had me. I was sold at the box because I'm shallow, okay? But this artwork, oh my goodness, the way that it was all combined, this kind of box, everything, the fact that it's Grim Tales Tarot, the artwork, when I seen the artwork, it even has its own like darker gilding, even as it's starting to wear a little bit from the use, because I've used this deck a lot already. But it is, let me shuffle it for you, okay? Because this is such a beautiful shuffle. This is one of those that you can just sit while you're watching TV or whatever, or watching videos. Oh, yeah. And I just bond with my deck even more. And, oh, it's like one of those repetitive things that just feels good to do. And this is like the perfect deck for it. But, I mean, I am so enchanted by this world that has been created by Fiona, right? That reminds me of Wednesday. You know, at first I was thinking that there was going to be Grim Tales associated with this deck, but the fact that there isn't, and it's based on that idea, and it is your imagination that brings these tales to life, that had me also. I love that whole concept because I like thinking outside of the box. That's why I love like digital journaling versus regular journaling, because it's so expansive for me, right? It is so expansive. But this artwork, I know that some people have said that they don't like it because of AI. And I know that she used AI for some of the backgrounds and stuff. Obviously, I don't care. I think this is beautifully done. And it is one of my 2025 decks of the year. It's hands down one that I take it upstairs and downstairs with me because this just reads so beautifully. This is like the epitome of my aesthetic. There is nothing that I don't love about this deck. It is so enchanting to me. And I like the dark storytelling. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm not a snake person, but damn, that's gorgeous. And 9 of Swords, that's perfect. That is perfection. I'm not really a unicorn person, but oh my gosh. I love nautical stuff too. I love all the writing in the back of these cards. I love the scenery of these cards. I love this. Oh gosh, I love that. I love it so much. I cannot, there's no way for me to express in words how much I adore this deck. Hands down, one of them that I love the most in my collection. So, that is another one of my enchanted, I am enchanted by this tarot deck. Yes, please, more decks like this. Yes, please. And thank you. And the boxes like this, perfection. It is the perfect box, period. Okay, moving on. Another one, another deck that I am so enchanted by. And I wasn't definitely enchanted by the other tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms as well. However, I gave that one to my sister because I didn't need two of them. They are different, but I wanted to give one to my sister so that these get more use, right? And if I ever wanted to use it again, we could just do a trade, you know, for a little bit and do it that way. I know that if I give something to my sister, it's never totally out of my reach. Because I know where she lives. No, I'm just joking. But I am so in love with this talisman edition of Tarot Sacred Kingdoms. The artwork is so fantastical, and oh, dragon riders. I love everything like that. I love this so much. This also feels like, well, I said it all in my walkthrough of this deck, but it feels like Game of Thrones. It feels like Lord of the Rings. It feels like Baldur's Gate. It feels like Fourth Wall. It feels like Wheel of Time. Feels like The Witcher. It's just that kind of storytelling that you can do with a deck like this. I'm so enchanted by this world. I want to go visit this world. I want to talk to these characters. I love that they're from 4 different kingdoms. Like Lyrandel. What were the 4 different kingdoms? We've got Ashir, which is the kingdom of the desert. We've got Lyrandel, which is the kingdom of the rivers, which is cups. We've got Ice Shade, which is the kingdom of the mountains and swords. And then we've got Arborea, which is the kingdom of the forests. Oh, yeah. I'm so enchanted. Look at that magician. He is such a hottie. Oh my gosh. And because he can wield magic like that, just imagine, ladies. Just imagine. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, I could stop because I could be here forever. And this is going to be like a long video, and I'm sorry. And even look at that. I did not do this myself. It came like a matte gilding, like a copper matte gilding. I love it. Even the box itself, this is all like embossed, copper embossed or rose gold. I'm all for it. I love it. I love the dragon's eye in the box, which I'll show you right there. I love all of it. Yes. Oh my goodness. All right. So another one. Right here we go. The Haptic Tarot. I have a hand fetish. Okay? I cannot help it. I have always had a hand fetish. That's probably why I married my husband, because he has like the most gorgeous hands I've ever seen, and they are tore up, they are scarred from work, and I just they're just thick and the most gorgeous hands ever. They feel so secure, you know. I'm sure there's some shadow work in there, but oh my gosh. Nick Jacobs did the most beautiful job, and the cardstock is to die for also with this deck. I am so in love with this deck. It is the most beautiful, and it's all really showing the hands. It's so expressive just in that, though. I am so enchanted by the world that could be behind these hands, right? Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Look at that torch. She's so beautiful. Is she a priestess of some sort? Look at what she's wearing. Some sort of knight with his armor, his horse, his white horse. Oh, yes. It's so rich. The illustrations are so rich. Tell me this is not artistic expression at its finest. Hell yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Yes. Oh, look at those coins. Look at the richness of the hands, the lines. It's just so beautiful. I'm so here for this. Yes. Okay. My goodness. I love the coins. The coins in this deck, the pentacles. Oh, wow. Look at that. The Emperor. Tell me that is not the most glorious Emperor ever. Look at the detail in that. The detail in his clothing. We've got the ram there, or the goat ram, Aries. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I just get swept away. Let's see what else we got. All right. So another one is the Rhythm and Soul Tarot. And this is by Stacy Williams, NG. And I will tell you, this was one that I backed on Kickstarter, and I had to wait quite a while for it. And the parts of it were a little bit tore up by the time it got to me, right? But with all that aside, this is one of the most soulful decks ever. Gorgeous. I love the theme of it. I also got a spreads book also, but like I love the music because I see and experience everything from a musical landscape. When I remember things, I usually remember them better if there's songs that are associated with it. That's why it's easier. Okay, sorry. I don't even remember where I was at because of the dog. I just think that this deck is so soulful. Oh yes, everything that I remember, if it's attached to like a movie, that's why I remember movie lines so good, because I remember it through the landscape of music. And this deck is so enchanting. I want to go back and be in the scenes with these people because it is so friggin' cool. And I loved like the 50s and, you know, like jazz and bluegrass and, soul music, R&B, rock and roll. That is my jam. But this deck is done so beautifully. The book is done so well. The cardstock is absolutely beautiful. And it is a different way of presenting tarot that just friggin' works. It just works. I did a giveaway of another deck because I bought 2 of these, and I did a giveaway for people on my channel. Or was it on my Patreon? I don't remember. But anyways, I think it was this channel. But when I seen it, I had to get another one. I had to, when I still had money. Oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous. So this world is another one. These cards, this artwork, this theme just takes me away. Takes me away to another time. Takes me back to a feeling. You know? It also makes me think of like the originals being in New Orleans, right? Makes me think of True Blood, Louisiana. Makes me think of the movie that I seen, Sinners, where they had like a nightclub, two brothers, twin brothers, and vampires, and just makes me think of Elvis. You know, it makes me think of just all that. The deep South, I just love it. I'm just here for this. Absolutely here for this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh, look at that. That's beautiful. This is such a beautiful deck. But I love a lot of Stacey Williams' work. I'm just there for it, okay? She is brilliant. Okay, let's see what else we got. So another one that I am so enchanted by because of its darkness, its shadow. That's the Gothic Literature Tarot. OMG, OMG. Okay, everything is rose petal. The box even feels rose petal or very matte. The book is fantastic. I love the theme. This also came to me a little bit tore up, but excuse me, it is what it is. I'm not going to let that, you know, I could probably like glue this a little bit and then just take a black marker and where it, you know, it's still structurally holding up, so I ain't that mad at it. But the box itself, it looks like a book on the shelf. It's just friggin' amazing. And this has got the silver gilding and the gilding on all the backs also. But I want to show you something else. I'm telling you, shuffle is so important to me. It is such a huge part of my process. It is so important to me being able to grip the deck right and making sure that I get it in a good shuffle. And this is like, this is linen. Oh, it's a beautiful linen. It's a thinner cardstock. The core is beautiful. You can feel it. It's in there. It's just the linen seems to like bow less for me. Everything. It just holds up to the environment that we have here in Michigan. But look at that. This is like a Gothic tales. Obviously, it's Gothic Literature Tarot. The book is so good. The different storylines that are in here. Oh my gosh. Mina Harker. Yes, from Dracula. Queen of Chalices. Frankenstein's Creature. Bertha Mason. The High Priestess. I can't remember what that's from. Ten of Skulls. Queen of Skulls. Oh. Lucy. Lucy from Dracula. Jonathan Harker from Dracula. Yes. Oh, isn't it so beautiful and enchanting, and all of the, you know, it's scary. It is scary to go into a night like this, right? But there's a part of you that is so, like, such a thrill seeker to go into a night like that too, to explore, you know, where you want to be a little bit scared, where you want to feel the hair on the back of your neck sticking up and have goosebumps, and that's part of the thrill of it, right? Not knowing what lies in the fog. This is so enchanting. Yes. This is another deck that is just done so beautifully that I could lose myself in it. Oh, yeah. All right, so that was number 9. I got one more to go. All right. And this is the last one for the tarot. It's the Baudelaire Tarot. The reason why I am so enchanted by this is by, is it Jake Baudelaire? Is that his name? Where is it? Or Baudelaire? Oh, now this is a heavy duty. Yeah, Jake Badelet. This is a heavy duty book. It is substantial. It feels so good. I love the heaviness of it. I hate to say the word chunky again, but this is exactly what it feels like, is chunky. It's not just a book this size. It's heavy because it's got good paper, quality, like construction, on just the most beautiful paper. So when I say a chunky deck or chunky book, that's what I mean, is something that's like substantial, something that is, you know, just more to love. I used to work at a men's clothing store called Casual Male, and they've since changed it, but I used to, I was management, okay? And it's for big and tall men, right? And whenever we would answer the phone, we would have to say, there's more to love at the Casual Male Big and Tall, because I'm a person that's big, you know? So chunky, when I say chunky, it's like an endearing way for me to say there's more to love. It's just, there's more to love in a chunky book because it's quality and it's just rich with information. Now, some people might find that intimidating. I find it to be everything that I'm looking for because I want that depth. This is, and I haven't even gotten to the deck yet, but this is the kind of deck that and book that makes you want to explore more because there's so much rich history that he's put in here, Jake, the creator. And I can think of another one that's like that too. I went in between these two decks, and the other one is the El Santo Tarot by Michael Auger. And I love that one also because that is so rich in history. It's 100 cards. It's just, I prefer this artwork over the other one. But honestly, they're both completely enchanting to me because of the amount of work that they both did in uncovering like historical information about the actual history of the first tarot decks and how it's evolved till now, you know? So they have included so much more, but I will say I love the line work, but it doesn't show up so well on camera. But in person, with my glasses, of course, it's stunning, but it feels very historical also, just without a lot of the coloring, right? But it's just, oh, it's just so beautiful to me. And right here, these backs are friggin' gorgeous. But I love the book. This is one of those decks that I want to delve in because of the amount of information and love and attention that he put into not just the artwork, but into the book itself. So yeah, I'm all over. I'm so enchanted by this, by not just the artwork, but by the stories that got us to this artwork, by all the little other things that are added in here, including the planetary symbolism and the deacon work and all that. That's all in all of these, the intricate artwork that doesn't show up so well on camera, but it is intricate and beautiful. I mean, even look at the inside of it. The Tree of Life, but it's not just a Tree of Life. It's just pure gorgeousness, right? The color, everything. It's just, yeah. It's my shallow love of the art mixed with the historical significance that makes me so enchanted by this beauty. So those have been my current top 10 enchanting decks. And when I say enchanting, I mean decks that make me want to pathwork, make me want to go in and experience that world from the inside out. You know what I mean? Not just as an observer, but as somebody that's partaking in the scenes that are unfolding in those cards. So it's enchanting me. It's pulling me in. So they're like enchantresses. You know what I mean. So thank you for spending this time with me. Carla, thank you for creating such an amazing hashtag. I'm sorry it took me so long to get to it and to whenever it's going to air, but be expecting a version for the Oracle cards as well. I hope to see more people jumping on and showing what you love, what enchants you, whether it's the bling, whether it's the artwork, whether it's the stories, I don't care what it is. Share them with me, right? And this is also an appreciation of the decks that I own already in my collection. Not about any new decks, just about what I already have and appreciating what I already have. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you, oh, let me say, you don't have to do 10. If you've got 5, if you've got 3, then show those 3 and why, okay? So thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you my love always.